I am absolutely not conflicted when it comes to freedom of speech. There should be zero censorship at all in any way, shape, or form whatsoever. I don't give a fuck if the person who's talking is a Nazi. In fact, I want to know if the person that's talking is a Nazi. I don't know what all these little fucking fake woke joke progressive lefty liberal fuckheads are thinking, but personally, I like the fact that I used to be able to find racist people online. Many of them here fucking in El Paso, Texas. I never had to follow them. I never had to agree with them. However, I liked having the freedom to be able to do so. Not because I myself was a sympathizer of you stupid fucking slugs. Step your game up. Because at least I would know who the fuck these people were. You could be shaking hands with a real fucking Nazi, not those fucking fake Nazis that the little lefty liberals have come up with, but a real actual fucking Nazi, and you wouldn't even know it. You could be going to their restaurants. Oh yeah, here comes this little spick boy. I'm gonna spit in his shit and rub my nutsack in his enchiladas. That was a very extreme example. With the internet coming along, it was easy to find these people and their postings, and we could say to ourselves, hey, this motherfucker, I know for a fact is a Nazi. I found it online, a privilege that wasn't available to me before. And because of that, I was able to avoid his place of business. Not silence him, because if I did silence him, it'd be very un-American, but y'all don't seem to understand that yet. It's cool when Colin Kaepernick expresses his First Amendment rights, but not when other people do. Oh, here comes a Nazi apologist claims. No, it's not that, you fucks. Listen to what I'm telling you. Now that these motherfuckers don't have the outlet, they're hidden again. We used to be able to find them, and subliminally now what we've done by deplatforming them is we've helped mask them, and now we can't monitor them. I used to love being able to follow along with this, and now I can't do that, and that's really disconcerting. The Nazi example is very severe, but from the Nazi argument, it slowly starts to make its way towards regular everyday people. I personally have fortunately yet to experience it on my own. I live in El Paso, and we got some real issues to deal with here. We don't have the luxury, bro. Here in El Paso, many of us, we're not caught up in this fucking identity politics game bullshit, because we're trying to survive, bro. The university that we have here, I've been enmeshed with it for the last 6 years of my life, and I'm telling you straight up, the majority of the people at the university, they don't give a fuck about this identity politics bullshit. And that's for the rich white people up in Berkeley, up in Portland, up in fucking Toronto, Canada with Jordan Peterson. Aside for the rest of us, it's just average everyday folk. So fortunately, in that respect, I haven't had to deal with this thought control type shit anywhere realistically outside of the small circle that I'm involved with in my PhD program. However, that's now, and that's not to say that it cannot change in the future. And I see the trend slowly but surely starting to unfurl, with the most recent example being that of Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle recently released an absolutely genius comedy hour. It was a very rhetorical move to make a firm stance against this stop police shit, bro. Now again, I'm gonna pause here and qualify this that I don't necessarily agree with his views when it comes to the trans community. However, as I started the fucking segment with talking about the Nazis, I don't think that he shouldn't have the right to explain them. And as a matter of fact, people like Dave Chappelle, myself, black and brown people, it's very tricky when you start telling us what we can and can't say. We're the fucking direct descendants of people who survived, white European peoples, reducing us to chattel. But not just chattel slavery, like the actual physical body, but conscious slavery, bro. You guys took our entire understanding of the world. You took our epistemologies, you took our ontologies as well. And since then, we have steadily been fighting in this battle to reclaim them, the vestiges at least, to maintain whatever survived for the past 500 years. And for you, as this fucking liberal lefty that's, you know, wealthy, affluent white person out on the West Coast, to try to sit here and tell me what the fuck I can and can't say, what I can and can't hear, what I can and can't see, what I can and can't fucking do, bro, you are sneak tip perpetuating that very colonial mentality that gives you the false impression that you have the right and the responsibility to tell us, as people in general, but in this particular instance, black people when it comes to Dave Chappelle, brown people when it would come to me, what we can and can't do, because again, that is perpetuating this cycle of conscious slavery. You're trying to enslave our understanding of reality.